Hey guys, what's up? RedExions here and welcome back to F1 2021 career mode. Today it is time for round 2, the Spanish Grand Prix. Now the previous episode, which was the first one in this series, did not really do that well, and that was mainly because I made some major mistakes in editing the video. Not like quality mistakes, but making the video just a little bit too boring. And I have decided to listen to you guys and I have improved that for this one. So it's shorter this time and I've cut out most of the boring parts. So this one is going to be fantastic. I hope. Anyway guys, I put a lot of work into this video to make it as good as possible for you guys. So if you end up enjoying this video, please give it a like and leave your opinion on how much I improved it down below. If you do that, it really helps the algorithm and maybe it will get recommended to more people, which will of course result in me making better content. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into career mode. Okay guys, before we go to track, I'm first going to show you off how many upgrades we got. We got quite a few in here, so we are now the 6th fastest car on the grid. And we got some more coming for the next round, I guess. So let's go to the track now. Okay guys, so welcome to free practice 1. We started off this practice with actually the race strategy program. It actually turned out that you have different practice programs for every race weekend. So this time it's the race strategy we start off with. And of course, like always, we complete this without any issues. I actually wanted to go on here to get a little bit more of a feel for the car. But if you look right there, there's someone coming out of the pit lane. And it's Lewis Hamilton. And I didn't think it would be much of an issue. But he actually completely blocks our lap here and messes up our run. So I was pretty pissed off at this point. So I thought by myself, maybe I should give him a little bit of payback. So over here I completely parked the bus here in the chicane to mess up the run for his lap. So take that, Lewis Hamilton. So the next practice program we have is actually the tire management program, which was one of my favorites from the previous games. And I'm actually quite happy that it is still in the game, because I was actually quite good at this, because you have to be so smooth in order for it to get it. But as you can see there, no problem, the tire wear thingy is all the way in purple and we're going green by about 6/10 right now. So yeah, this was an easy pass as well, and this is when I started to realize that probably we have quite decent pace this weekend. So the next one is the ERS management, which I really struggled with last time. And for some reason, this time I didn't. Again, the thing is all the way in the purple and we actually go green by 8/10.
Very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
So after that I decided to do a qualifying run for myself, so no practice program, to just see where we were on pace. And as you can see on the right hand side there, we're actually going green by almost 1.1 seconds. As Jeff completely talked through my commentary. Yeah, he for some reason wouldn't shut up this lap. Okay, thank you very much, Jeff. I've been really not that nice to Jeff in this series, haven't I? Okay, but here you can see going green by almost a full second now as we cross the line. We do a 1:17.002 and that's only 4/10 of Verstappen's time. He was on medium, so it actually gives us 12th place ahead of our teammate. So this is when I realized we really did have the pace for this weekend, and you will see how that pays off in the next session. We gained a lot of resource points there, almost 1000, or over 1000 actually. Yeah, 1776 in all 3 practice sessions. I do 1 practice program per session, so the first one was FP1, then FP2, then FP3. We get some nice bonuses as well, and now it is time for qualifying. So, time for qualifying. Right now we're already in the final sector of my banker lap, and usually in my banker lap I use a slower engine mode, slower ERS mode, and in this case I use lean revs, so that I always have a little bit of guaranteed gain time in my fast lap, as I almost lose it there. We do a 1:17.7, so we're about 7/10 slower than in free practice 3, so we definitely can improve on that. Well, let's have a look. As I come onto the out of the pits for my last run now, I'm not really that happy with my track position, so I think I decide to let some people go. Yeah, there you go. There's a huge train behind me, as you can see on the minimap right there. And I planned on letting them all throughout this entire lap. And well, I let Stroll through there, and I hope I don't get in the way from Norris. No, I don't. Well, let's get into the lap now. I let them all pass. You can see I'm already gaining right now because I'm now in standard mix, using the full power that is available to me in this session. Over here you want to brake at like the grey part on the curb right there. But don't hit it because your car will actually take off if you take it too much. As Lewis Hamilton now sets a fastest lap at a 1:14.1, which is actually quite a bit faster than in real life, I think. You have to be careful over those curves that you don't get track limits or you spin out. This curve you can take quite aggressively on the inside, but be careful of the one on the exit right there. You saw that the back end was actually sliding a little bit when I opened the DRS, then brake at 100 meters for this one. I actually missed the apex right here, but I can get away with it. Here you should actually leave it in 4th gear and let it rev out so that you don't spin, because if you let it be in the rev limiter, it's harder to spin when you're on the rev limiter than when you're not. Now this sector is where the AI is absolutely OP. I don't know why, but they're so quick in this part and I really cannot keep up with them. Maybe it's because they just have traction control and they like shoot out of their corner. Well, anyway, we improved by 1.2 seconds, which puts us in P14 with a 1:16.4. So we went 6 tenths quicker than we did in the previous practice. And unlike the last round, I actually have the feeling we can maybe gain a few places in the race as well, because the pace has just been really strong. Let's have a look.
Day to day, let's have your take on it. It looks like you've really been focusing on research and development this season.
Well, it's in a few times first.
Why do you think you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
Well, I always try to go for neutral answers in questions like this, so yeah, that one feels like the right one.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
Well, that's just a complete BS statement because I didn't hit the wall once, not even off camera.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So, race time. Like I said, I actually have quite a good feeling about this one. I think we can maybe get some positions. And it's just that I have more confidence at this track. Like Bahrain is one of my weaker tracks and the car felt kind of nervous there, but over here it actually feels quite solid. Maybe that's because of the upgrades, I don't know. But yeah, this one should be a better one. And I believe that Lewis Hamilton actually has a grid penalty, so he will be starting behind us. So we will actually be starting in P13 for the race, which is always nice. Well, let's have a look. And he actually does have a grid penalty. I think he got pole, he did like 1:14.1. But probably he switched some components which gave him a 10 place grip penalty. Well, we're probably not going to catch him because he will just be off like an absolute rocket at the start. So I don't think we'll see him again in the race. Anyway, let's go. Okay guys, so we're on the grid now for round 2 of this season. F1 2021 career mode, 5 red lights, and away we go. We actually get going this time. You remember last episode we actually didn't get going because the car didn't select first gear for some reason. It's quite busy here at the start. I'm looking for a gap. I'm maybe trying to go up the inside of my teammate there, use Hamilton for slipstream, but we absolutely dive bomb them both. Hamilton actually turns in on us and we make contact there, so that's not really nice of him. We were definitely more than alongside him when we overtook him, so that's not really to blame on me, but yeah, first lap incidents are actually a guarantee. As we get quite a good exit of the previous corner, we're now right up the rear wing of Stroll. Maybe we can go up the inside here, and we absolutely send it, and he does not turn in on us, which is nice. We squeeze him out there and jump down, P10. Let's see if we can keep this points paying position, because we really need points in this championship. Because our team expects to get points and we didn't get it last time and they were actually quite disappointed. So maybe if we keep this position we will make them happy, but yeah, you never know. As we almost lose the back end there and Stroll comes back at us. We keep the inside, use the overtake button, we outbrake him. And he just backs out of it because he knows probably it's not a good idea to go around the outside of a hairpin. Now following the cars ahead of us, you can actually, we can actually follow them quite nicely through this sets of corners, but then watch what happens when we get to the exit of this snell section. You know that the AI kind of has traction control because they just know how much throttle to apply to get the perfect exit, and you see here they just take off and they pull out like 2 or 3 tenths on you there. So if you're the player, as our engineer confirms that we're in the top 10, player at Barcelona is always at a disadvantage, but now we have to defend from Stroll, who tries to go up the inside here. And I want to squeeze him onto the apex, but he actually keeps his line and we give him a little nudge there. I hope for him he doesn't have damage, because if he does have damage, that's on me. But the stewards don't think that's our fault because we didn't get a penalty for that. And skipping forward, yeah, he has pitted because he's now no longer behind us. We went from a green Mercedes that's behind us now to a black Mercedes that's behind us, because we have Lewis Hamilton behind us now, and he is mighty quick. As you can see there, he's just gaining on us everywhere, especially through these corners. He gains almost 2 tenths there, but that's just purely the car. His car is so much quicker. And then, well, he will have DRS. He will absolutely fly past us here because the Mercedes is actually also the quickest car in a straight line in my career mode. He tries to go around the outside, but he doesn't really have the mechanical grip to keep it around the outside.
well, he definitely get past us here, and our pit window is open, so we can use him as a slipstream now. And you could see on the right hand side that it's actually pre-selected the hard tire, which I do not want, so I have to change it back to medium. But yeah, as I was saying, Hamilton, he is just a rocket ship in a straight line. Our car actually has the worst engine of the whole grid, but in terms of straight line speed it's actually okay, since we have quite good aero, so we have quite low drag. But yeah, the pit stop phase is up next. I had to manually change the damage, or the front wing change, to don't change it again, because it again claimed that I had front wing damage, but I didn't feel anything, which is weird, because also on the MFD it showed our front wing to be completely green. But anyway, pit stop, let's see if we have a good stop. 2.6, that's decent. We get going again, we don't have to get hold in the pits like last time. Let's see in what place we will rejoin. We're in P16 now, but remember there are some dudes ahead of us that haven't pitted yet. As Nicola Latifi is out of the session now. Well, we were in front of him anyway, so that doesn't really gain us a position. Well, it's time to engage heavy concentration mode now again, because we are now on our outlap.
Green flag.
Well, we have green flag again because we're of course past the incident. As we go off the track with 4 wheels, which does not give us a penalty. And here you can see we have rejoined in 11th place, but I believe there's still someone ahead of us who has to make a pit stop. So that will be P10 the next time we skip to the next couple of laps. As you can see there, Ocon and Tsunoda are now 2.3 seconds behind us, but right now we cut to the action. 3 wide going into turn 1, they have caught up to me in 2 laps. Even though I have better track position, they're still quite a bit faster. Ocon is right on our tail now, maybe he will try again. He's in our slipstream. He probably has DRS too, yes he does, but we are just too far away for him to mount an attack. No, he still tries it. He's alongside us now, we turn in and we almost touch, but we didn't, because you could see in the mirror that we didn't touch. Well, we're still ahead of him now, and he is also holding up Tsunoda an absolute treat there. The AlphaTauri for some reason is also really quick in a straight line, but for some reason he really couldn't keep up with our pace anymore. Like maybe he locked up really badly and flat spotted one of his tires, or maybe he has overheated his engine from being behind us all the time. But that's good, we can pull away now, he can stay in my dirty area if he wants. He probably doesn't want that, but he wants to get past me, but he has no choice. And you see that he actually lost so much pace that Tsunoda now got past him, cutting to lap 16 already. This race really has gone by. Well, as I said, the AlphaTauri is really quick in a straight line, and he has DRS now, so he may try something up the hairpin. As you can see there, he's just massively getting us, cutting down almost 3/10 there on the straight. But now here he comes with a Honda engine and DRS, he flies past us. But he tries to go up our inside, maybe we can go around the outside. We turn in on him, and he loses a bit of his front wing. That was, again, my fault. I just really like to turn in on people for some reason. That was a thing I did in karting as well. I hope he doesn't have too much damage. Doesn't seem like it, because he's still able to keep up with it slightly. But yeah, I don't know if that was my fault or his fault, because there was actually quite a lot of room there. If he would have just gone a bit more on the curb, we wouldn't have made contact. Well, it's just my rule that if he isn't fully alongside, I just turn in. And well, he wasn't. His front wing was at my mirror. So I just turned in. He's really putting pressure on us now, and we almost fly off there. Luckily we didn't get a track limit penalty for that, because if that were the case, then we would have gotten 3 seconds, because I got 2 warnings, but they were both off camera.
Okay, gap ahead is 14.5 seconds.
Well, thank you, Jeff. As we almost lose the back end again. Well, 14.7 seconds. We're not going to close that gap in the final lap, but look at the position we're in, guys. P10, points playing position, and it's just these last few corners remaining. So I fought hard in this race, maybe a little bit too hard, a little bit dirty, but we are going to come across the line and collect our first points in Formula 1. So guys, our first points in Formula 1, P10. Valtteri Bottas won the Grand Prix, but I absolutely do not give a damn. The most important thing is that we got points, which is something our team really wanted of us. If you look there in terms of lap time, we still have quite some time to find, but it's already way better than it was last race. Next round is Monaco. That's actually one of my stronger tracks, so let's see what we can do there. But we actually gained quite some resource points this weekend, so let's go spend them now.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
Oh yeah, interviews.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
Well, let's suck the dick of my team for a little while.
Not a great day for your teammate today. What do you think went wrong?
And let's not talk about Esteban in a really bad way, so let's say a comforting answer here.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Okay, so coming back from that weekend, we really gained some good R&D points. We have 2492 right now. As I said, our chassis needs some work, so I'm probably going to buy a chassis upgrade. And we actually get a discount on this one of 4%. Lightweight wheel rims, which is a major upgrade if I'm correct. Yes it is, and our next race is Monaco, and if we rush it then we get it in time for Monaco. So I think it is maybe worth the risk to rush it. The failure chance only goes up by 20 more %, so it's go hard or go home, so let's risk it. So with that coming, we get a huge leap in chassis. We actually have another upgrade waiting right there, a durability upgrade. But if we complete those two, we'll actually jump AlphaTauri in the packing order. With that last race result, we jumped to 12th in the driver's standing and 7th in the constructors. I hope Esteban can score some good points as well for the next race. And well, we'll see about that in the next race. Let's go to the outro. So yeah guys, that was it for this episode. I really enjoyed the race again, and I really enjoyed making this episode again. As you know, I enjoy making almost all of my videos. And I also hope that you guys enjoyed this new style of video. For the last episode, which will be up there in the information icon. Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing, but then after listening to you guys in my Discord server, which by the way, if you haven't joined yet, go join that now. You guys gave me some tips on how I could improve the episode, and I hope I did that well. If I did, please smash that like button, hit subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps me, it helps the channel grow, and that in turn gives you better content. Anyway, that was it for this time, and I'll see you all next episode. Peace.